Shalom, Ahab, Wa, Baraka. In other words, peace, love, and blessings. Facing the east, Kahalala Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rukakadah. Double honors to all the sincere Akiyama Akwa that has his name sealed on their frontlets. Today I got like 4 different classes. So I'm gonna start with this short class called The Judgment of the Nations. And it's actually a passage out of Matthew chapter 25, starting at verse 31. And so we're going to go into that and see what happens from there. Tablet isn't on yet. But like I said last week, I'm going to start mainly only doing end time prophecy classes. I have a few other classes that are just going to line right up with end time prophecies. So as soon as my tablet fires up, we'll get right into it. But this thing takes forever. Hold on. All right. I had to pause the video, man. This thing took about a couple minutes to get started. So let's get right into it. Matthew chapter 25, KJV. Perfect. All right. Judgment of Nations. We're going to start at verse 31. When the Son of Man come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, the Shabbat, the Lord of hosts, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. So when Yahushua returns, clearly he's going to take the kingdom. All earth is his kingdom and his realm. All earth. Everybody will be under subjection to the king. Let's keep going. And before him shall gather all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. So he's going to go into all nations, and he's going to separate the sheep from the goats. You're going to figure this out pretty soon here. I'm not even going to break it down for you yet. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats are going to be set on his left hand. So the first thing we want to do is get a precept on that. Maybe I can get you guys to understand what he's talking about without breaking it down. Matthew chapter 13, KJV. Not moving today. Matthew chapter 13, KJV. Just does not want to ever work for me out here. I don't even know why I bring this tablet. Come on. There we go. All right. Matthew chapter 13, KJV. Satan cometh immediately when the word is being sown and try and take it away. Not today, though. Not today. What's really going to happen is this word's going to come out. I don't care how many times this tablet stops. Like I was saying, he's going to separate the sheep from the goats. and he's going to put the sheep on his right hand side, and he's going to put the goats on his left hand side. And I want to show you guys what he's actually talking about by using a precept out of Matthew chapter 13, starting at verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which soweth good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up, he brought forth fruit. Then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in my field? From whence then hath it tares? So he's saying, didn't we plant really good seeds? Why is all of this these bad seeds intermingled with the good seed? If you guys could understand that. Why is the bad seed intermingled with the good seed? Because a thief came in the night, and what did he do? He planted bad seeds with the good seeds. So let's read it again. Let's read it again. Okay, let's go to 33 again. And another parable spake he, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which likened unto the kingdom of heaven, which a woman took and 3 measures of meal. Sorry. I want to make sure I'm still in the right spot. No, 24. I know it wasn't. Let me read it again. Another parable he put forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which soweth good seed in the field, but while he slept came, and so his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. And so it's just like the sheep. You have the sheep and you have the goats. The goats represent tares. The sheep represent the wheat. Okay? Let's keep going. But when the blade sprung up and brought, this is verse 26, but when the blade sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. The servant of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? So why is there bad seeds among the good seeds, like I told you? And he said unto him, an enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? So he's saying, should we go out there and get all the tares out of there right now? Or should we, what should we do? He's asking right now, should I go and get rid of the tares? But he said, nay, no, don't do that. Lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. So, I just want to break all this down, but I want to read it all first for you. Let's both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather you together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn. Woo! Okay? Think of it like this. Think of it like this. Let's go back to 29. No, let's let's go back to 27. We're going to go back to 27. So the servant of the householder came and said, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? So in other words, I'm just going to give it away. What this is really talking about is that the wheat are the children of Israel that received the truth. And the tares are the wicked that come in and try to take the truth away. Like I said, Satan comes in immediately when the word has been sown to try and take the word out of your heart. So the tares are the wicked that try and draw you away from the truth. The wheat is the righteous. They're going to be put in bundles, and they're going to be put what? In the barn. So the righteous children of Israel are going to be gathered together, separated from the wicked children, and put in the kingdom. If you can understand that, you're going to be put back into the kingdom. So when we go back to Matthew chapter 25, KJV, you know that when you read verses 31 through 33, when it's talking about the sheep and the goats, well, they're going to separate the wicked from the good. Sheep represent righteousness. The goats represent wickedness. So now that we're clear on that, let's move forward. Verse 34, then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. That is the sheep. That is the wheat. Let's keep going. For I was hungered, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Okay? And let me keep going. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee in hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger? When did we see you as a stranger? When did we see you when you were hungry? When did we give you drink? When did we give you meat? When did we do these things? We don't even remember. We don't remember doing any of this stuff. That's why they're asking, when did we do this? These are the children that are going into the kingdom. They're trying to figure out when they did it. Let's read it again. When? For I was hungry, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. 37. Then the righteous shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? So you're going to find out something real quick. I'm not going to give it away yet. I'm not going to give it away. Shalom, Akiyam. Shalom. So I'm not going to give it away though. When saw we these a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, insomuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So I need to show you guys something really quick. So he's saying I was homeless, sick, poor. So you don't understand what it's saying here. You got fools out running around at the park now trying to feed the homeless, but it's not saying that. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. I can prove it. Watch, because I'll prove it beyond the shadow of a doubt that this is a metaphor, and I mean, I'm going to prove it in the scripture, but I'm going to prove it with the precept too. Sirach, chapter 12, KJV. Or it's also known as Ecclesiasticus. And like I said before, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach is a book that was kicked out of the Bible, and they put it in a different book called the Apocrypha. And you guys all know what Apocrypha means, right? It means secret document, not for public use. So the books that they took out of the Bible, they considered them secret documents that were not for public use. So right now, we're going to go into the secret documents and figure out why. So, first of all, I told you it's talking about when was I sick and you came unto me or in prison, or when I was naked or hungry or thirsty, right? Listen to this very carefully. Give to a godly man, help not a sinner. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread, and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. So when you go around helping ungodly, wicked people, and you think that you're lining up with Matthew chapter 25, you're lining up with Ecclesiasticus, and you're helping the wicked, and you're going to get a double portion of whatever you did that was good. You're going to get a double portion of evil. So clearly, Matthew 25 isn't talking about running around helping homeless people. That's not what it means. And I don't got nothing against helping anybody that's godly. Godly. In other words, righteous, following the laws. If you're lowly, in other words, you're down on your luck, then I'm going to be there to help you. I want to be there to help you. If you're just a wicked person, go be wicked. But let's go back to Matthew chapter 25. Because now we know that it's not talking about ungodly, wicked people saying, oh, well, you're a homeless, so I got to help you. No, no, no. It's talking about righteous people that are down on their luck. Righteous, godly men, godly women. And I'm going to do a whole class on Sirach chapter 12 after this, just because of that. I'm going to show you guys. But let's go back over to Matthew, and we were at verse 37. Well, you know what? Verse 40. Verse 40. We're going to pick up at verse 40, because we know now that it's not talking about actually feeding people and giving them drink. And let me prove that. Let me prove that. I already proved in Sirach saying don't help wicked people that aren't keeping the law. So obviously it's not talking about that type of homeless person, is it? So let's go to verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, insomuch as you have done unto one of these, the least of my brethren. Remember, he also said, I did not know you. So these are the people he considers his brethren. Ye have done it unto me. Now, verse 41. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, the goats, the tares, the ones that are going to be bundled up and set on fire. Let's see what he's going to say about them. Let's go to verse 41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, unto everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. And remember, the devil is not a guy in a red unitard with a tail and horns and a pitchfork. That's not the devil. The word devil means slanderer, false accuser, bearer of false witness, liar. So the liars, the slanders, the false accusers, that's the devils that this scripture is talking about. So let's go back into it. So, and his angels. The angels are the ones that clearly are the ones that are in a league with the devil, who's the liar, the slanderer, the false accuser, the bearer of false witness. But verse 42. I was hungered and you gave me not meat. What? He didn't feed him. You just told me that this wasn't about food. Well, let's find out. I was hungered and you gave me not meat. I was thirsty and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger and ye took me not in. Naked and you clothed me not. Sick and in prison and you visited me not. Now listen carefully. Here's the point. We're about to make the point of what all this means right here. Listen carefully. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Yahushua, or Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee. Minister. So what is it talking about? Ministering, teaching the scriptures, teaching the Bible, breaking down the precepts in 100% truth and righteousness, not trying to get a financial gain. So, let me read that again. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, or thirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? So when were you this person and we didn't try to teach you? It has nothing to do with food. The meat is the knowledge. The drink is the wisdom. Being clothed, nakedness is sin. Taking somebody out of their nakedness and clothing them is putting the truth on them. But anyways, let me read the last two verses and we're going to close out. Let me read these. You know what? 45. Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, insomuch as you did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. So if you didn't minister to the least of Israel, according to the scriptures, you didn't minister for the Most High or to the Most High. You didn't do anything for him. You didn't try to teach your people. You've done nothing. That's why it tells you, go out to the highways and the hedges and preach to the wind. What's another highway? The information superhighway. So there's a bunch of people on the internet too. You can't get away from the truth. So if you're not able to get out on these streets, which is impossible, you got to walk on the streets or get on the streets to do anything. But if you can't, go online. Make your videos in the comfort of your own home or wherever you want. But if you're not bringing out the truth, you're not ministering. Let me keep going. Let me read 45 again. Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, insomuch as ye did not it unto one of the least of these, ye did it not unto me. I think I have a precept for that. Let me see. Matthew chapter 7, KJV. Starting at verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Bringing out the 100% truth. Not the 50% truth, not the financial gain truth, not the I can do what I want and still make it into the kingdom truth. Those are all lies. The 100% righteous truth of the scriptures. 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? What, Christ? Jesus? Most High Christ blessed? His name is Yahweh. Bahashem. Bahashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai. So everybody who so ignorantly says God is a Babylonian deity of financial increase. That's why they put it on your money. In God we trust. Look it up. Literally, it's all you have to do is open a book. So, what name are you calling? What name are you calling? Lord, Lord. Lord, Lord. Shall not enter the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many shall say in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? Were you calling on Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waharakadash? Who are you calling on? We know who we worship. We know who we worship. We know the real name of the real God, the creator of earth and everything that you have around you. that he's getting ready to destroy. And I'm about to bring that out in a second too. I'm about to bring that out too. Let's get through this. Many, many will say in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils. And in thy name done many wonderful works. You don't use his name, so you're not calling on his name. Therefore, you are a tare or a goat, and you will be with the tares, bundled up and burned. 23, and I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. I don't know you. That's what he's saying. You didn't call on my name. You didn't do my works. You did like Saul. You decided that you were going to justify yourself in your actions and it would be okay. Did Saul turn out okay? No. He slept with his fathers, him and his son Jonathan. So let's go back over to Matthew chapter 25. KJV, going to the last verse, verse 46. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but righteousness unto eternal life. So, let's get one last precept. Isaiah chapter 66, KJV. So, I'm going to start at verse 20. I'm going to start because I'm going to show you the everlasting punishment, and let me go to let me show you the punishment first, the judgment against the wicked, and then I'll show you what he's also going to do with the righteous. Pretty much all in the same verses. So, and they shall bring all your brethren. This is verse 20. This is Isaiah 66, starting at 20. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto Yahweh out of all nations upon horses and in chariots. So it's talking about bringing Israelites out of all nations. And litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts to my holy mountain Jerusalem, saith Yahweh, and the children of Israel, being an offering in a clean vessel unto the house of the Lord. And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, saith the Lord. Let's keep going. For as the new heaven, new rulership, and a new earth, the new slaves or servants, which I will make, shall remain before me, saith Yahweh. So shall your seed and your name remain. Now let's keep going. And it shall come to pass, we're getting to this judgment now, our name's going to be remaining, we're going to be in the kingdom, we're all going to the mountain of Jerusalem. This is a great thing for the Israelites. We're coming back together. Great. The rest of the people. 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith Yahweh. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do when we come to worship? And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, and their worm shall not die. In other words, they're never going to stop suffering. And their fire shall not be quenched. They're always going to be burning up inside. You know what? Sodom and Gomorrah is going to burn forever. I can go there right now. So the word, when they tell you in the Bible that something's going to burn forever, it means it's going to be uninhabitable. So when they come and destroy Babylon the Great will be uninhabitable. This place we live in right here is called Secret Babylon. Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. The word Egypt means slavery. We came here on slave ships. Spiritual Sodom. They made gay marriage legal in this country. And secret Babylon. All of everything that you guys, all of your high holy days, everything about this place is Babylon. And you can go in your history books and learn that I've been telling you the truth the whole time. Anybody else? They're not coming with this truth. They're lying. Shalom, Afiam. Shalom. But anyways, let's keep going. Are you so I was just gonna, all right, well, you guys have a good one. Anyway, I'm gonna close out right here. So let's go over to, I was gonna close out anyway, I finished the chapter. Let's go over to the book of Revelation. We're gonna go to chapter 22. Revelation 22, KJV. And we're going to go to my favorite verse. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his work shall be. That's right. You're going to get repaid for what you're doing in this world. So you better hope that you're in righteousness. One more. Revelation 22 and 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the word of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man take away from the words of this book, of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. So if you try to change anything and you think that you're getting away with it, you've already been taken out. And you know what? You were never part of the kingdom in the first place if you catch yourself over here trying to change the words of the book. That just shows that you're far from the other nations and you want to justify a certain type of lifestyle. But if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, I hope you got something out of this message. And like I said, when I say that, I'm talking about spiritual eyes, so you can really see what's going on around you, and spiritual ears, so you can hear these precepts and know the true 100% breakdown of the truth. And with that being said, Shalom.